Yes, we are.
We want to first tell everyone in here, we appreciate y'all coming on a Thursday, 7 p.m. to rock with us today.
Yes.
We got some legends on the stage with us today. But first, we want to acknowledge, man, the Norristown Youth Bengals, man, for doing it all season. This show right here is for y'all. So each one of these members on this panel, on this stage, did something real special in Norristown. So we want to go down the line, and this show is entitled "The Past and the Present," passing of the torch. So they want to show y'all, let y'all know what they did, what they doing, and how to get there. That's what this show is gonna be about. So we put y'all up in the game, how y'all say it, right? Each one of them is gonna tell them who they are, because I bet y'all don't know who they are. Y'all don't know this legends up here. So Unfiltered Conversation did that for y'all because we appreciate y'all, what y'all did. We believe in y'all, and we want to see y'all get to where they at and further. So that's what we're gonna hear today. G-Big, talk to me.
Listen, first of all, I want to start off, let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Parents, I know I'm getting on your nerves, but listen, I like to bring the energy to the show. Listen, if we do anything, we got to bring the energy to the show. We got everybody that's here tonight. We want to celebrate, and I want to be the first to say this. We always can talk about when something negative is going on in the community, but when something is going good, we need to praise that too. Let's give it up for these Norristown Bengals. We're starting this thing off big, and I'm going to give it back to you. But I want to say thank you for everybody and anybody that is in here right now that came to support your kids. You came to support the community. And you also, the best thing of it all that I love to say is you came to support Unfiltered Conversations. I'm going to say this though. So, they didn't do it by themselves. No, not at all.
I want to give a shout out to the moms, to the dads, that went to the practices, that drove them up there, that sent the tears, that did all that. Salute them for doing that. But that's how I called out this. And I said, the whole season, you know, Robert, Peter, Pay, Paul, and all, because I don't do millionaires around here, give me the buck. So, you know what I'm saying, football is expensive. And getting them boys down in Florida. You know what I'm saying? They were down there, living it up down there, going to Universal Studios and doing all that, having a good old time.
Hey, bitch, that Agent Zero did a move the other day. You know, like Barry Sanders out there did a move. I used to do that move.
Oh, you do that?
But on promise, I can't do that move no more. I can't do that move no more.
You can try to do it.
Listen. I ain't got it like this.
Let
me stop. I'm sorry, man. Let me get started. Go ahead, start the show.
Go ahead, start the show. We're going to do it like this. So, we're going to go down the line to my immediate left. They're going to introduce themselves so y'all know who they are. My immediate left.
Here we go. Coach Troy, Coach down in the South, high school. Coach DB's down there. I'm also a Norristown grad. Graduated in the class of 2000. Played running back. I was awarded the athletic scholarship at Syracuse University in 2004. Back home now. Just coach my sons through Hollingsville. And now I'm back up in the high school ranks right now. So I've seen y'all guys. I've been watching y'all guys. Y'all maybe pay that subscription. So y'all keep balling out. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. You don't know you got a lot of support behind y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Definitely.
Straight from Norristown, West End, Lafayette Street. I'm the head football coach at Roman Catholic, and man, here celebrating you guys. I guess we'll talk later about our individual journeys, but here celebrating you guys and what you did, and what your parents did, what y'all accomplished this year. Super, super special, man. I'm so proud of y'all.
Also district judge here in Norristown, and I'm proud to say I was a Norristown Bengals way, right on 114 Spruce Street. Graduated Norristown High in 98, class of 88. Went to Bloomsburg on scholarship for 2 years, and then had an opportunity to go to Kutztown to finish out my football career there. I currently coach in Baltimore, Pop Warner, coach my son. Just finished our 12th season for Acton. He's actually going to be playing for Cola next year. So just proud of you guys, man. That's why I came down to see you football and sitting on us when we've been there. Talking to you guys, so no brainer. Definitely paid the shoes. Just like Coach Troy to watch you guys play. There's a sense of pride in Norristown football. You guys brought that back. Thank you.
Introduce yourself, GB. They don't know who you are.
Everybody that's tired of seeing me on Facebook and Instagram 30 times a day. My name is Greg Bird. I graduated in 2005. I started off with the Norristown Panthers. I'm not trying to be smart when I say this. I didn't hit the road to go up to the West North Bandits. I ain't trying to say no names, nothing like that. Anybody that's here, I stayed when we was 1 and 10, when we was 2 and 10, when we was 0 and 10. I stayed. But my thing is, I want to say this to y'all of, listen, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have a plan, it can happen for you. If you love football as much as you say you love football, you gotta put the academics in. So my thing is, while we're sitting up here today, it's our job, just like your parents have installed into you and have blessed into you, just to sit you up here around some other men that might be able to give you some game, that might be able to give you some jewels about life. Because I'm telling you right now, I think everybody up here can attest. If we could go back to be your age again, we do it in a heartbeat. So to see what you guys did, and I want to be the first to say this, I think you guys enlightened town. You brought people in town together. You brought people in town together, and that's what this is all about. This isn't about us, it's about y'all. So that's why we are sitting up here today. We are having this podcast, this live session, just to bring you 4 great men that you'll be able to hear their story, and you'll be able to take something home about this. So that's where we're going with this today.
Big B, everyone boy, I used to live up the street for almost all my life. Played Norristown High, I graduated in 03. Seen a lot of these dudes play, played with a lot of these dudes right here. And just piggyback off of man, GB, man, listen, man. Don't dismiss what y'all did. Because we all said we play football, ain't none of this up there did what you did. Ain't nobody up here did what you guys did. So y'all the stepping stones of what's more to come. So don't dismiss it. Don't say like, oh, we ain't win the whole thing. Y'all did a lot that nobody did. So be proud of that. And Mayo said, y'all gotta have good grades to do this. So be proud of that too, because student athlete is important. That classroom is important. Just as much as football field is important. So but people keep on doing it, believe it in yourself, man, and we be proud of you, honestly. So keep on doing it. Be good yourself, baby.
B, if I can ask you, what's the title of the show today?
The title of the show is, man, Past and Present, Passing of the Torch.
Passing of the torch. So, my first question that I want to ask these 4 guys up here, and we can go down the road or whatever the case may be. My first question to the guys, these great guys that we have up there is, what's one thing about football that helped change your life? What is one thing about football that you learned that helped change your life at a young age?
Anybody go?
I can say this. The thing that helped me is my losses. Everybody take those, when you take those L's, people think you just take L's. No, they teach you. They learn. You gotta learn from your L's. Whatever you do in life, man, people think it's a setback when you take those L's. That's just a teaching moment. And me, when I first started, I didn't start off as Troy Swiftberg, running back. I started off on the line. I didn't run or whatever. You know, I mean, down in the trenches. So, for me, coming up, just taking those L's, man, they taught me how to be humble. They taught me how to be, just stay with everything. So, that was it for me.
I would say, football football-wise, what you're going to learn is the ultimate team sport. So you're going to have a sense of brotherhood. You're going to have a sense of togetherness that you can't really get anywhere else. You guys, your teammates right here, you'll remember them forever. You know, you guys will come up together. You guys will be brothers. I just noticed, I mean, it's kind of obvious when you think about it, but I just noticed that these guys on stage here were my teammates, and they're my lifelong friends no matter where life takes you, you know. So I would say the game of football definitely taught me that you're going to put the work in with each other, and you're going to go to war with each other and practice hard and do all that, but you're always going to have a brother. So it definitely builds brotherhood for sure.
I'll piggyback on what Coach Green said. Football's like a fraternity. You guys sitting with each other right now. But if you think about it, we played good football against each other, right? We played high school football with each other. We coached with each other. We coached around each other. So as you guys journey through life, group of guys that are sitting around you now, they're going to be your brothers. So really, what gave me a sense of success in football was having that community from guys who were older than us. We always looked up to them. We always followed their lead. If they went to college, we wanted to go to college. If they were in school, we wanted to be in school. If they were quiet on the bus when it was time to go to the game, we weren't joking around. So we looked up to our older peers, but we also had that team mentality. We had each other's back. And to this day, we started playing football like you guys, 7, 8, 9 years old, and we're still up here as friends, no matter where our path has taken us. So I'll just say football is one of those things, it's a lifelong journey. And all of us having children now, our kids are where you guys are at now. So that's the ultimate blessing of how football can raise us as men, but also it teaches us how to be better men to raise our next group of kids. So I just want to give your coaches a round of applause too, because they're putting in the work from the beginning of August till now to get you here. And best believe coaching is not an easy thing, as we all know. And it was truly special what they did, the sacrifices that they made to make sure that they got through the season and got down to Florida and made the community happy.
First thing I'm gonna say is I think being Cox will switch. That way I can go, he can be long-winded with his answer this time. Football is life, man. As I look at my man Brownback, right, he tells football is life. What I got from football was understanding how to adapt in real time and adversity, kind of how to deal with adversity. You're going to go through things. Coaches are going to say things to you that you may not like. Coaches may just switch your position. It happened to me. I got to Williamsburg on scholarship as an outside linebacker. I walked in, my playbook had offense on it. I looked at the coach and I said, what's that? He was like, that's your playbook. You're a tight end now. I said, I can't catch. We'll teach you. They knew I could block. Definitely couldn't catch. But coming back and working out with these dudes in the summer, I became one of the best tight ends in the business. Simple as that. Football is life, and it can teach you things. But just like they said, staying with it, sticking with it, you're going to gain friendships and brotherhood that can't be broken. Can't be broken.
I want to dive into this real quick. My question for each one of y'all. How was it playing for the Hawks? Because I know I was behind you, played with you. I didn't play, I ain't that old to speak with. But just sitting in the locker room, seeing this dude get spatted up, seeing this dude in practice, like, I'm watching these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And arguably people say this is the greatest running back that come out in Norristown. This is right here. So, how was it playing the High? Because I know y'all experience developed. That was a different level of experience there, but how was it playing for the High, and that what does it mean to you?
I can tell you, playing for the High was different. There was such a thing, like we had so much pride, like just making the team. team, number one, being on the sideline, even if you weren't playing, watching Bo Carroll run up and down the sideline, watching, the coach now, Coach Rock, watching Mont, watching Jeff Butler, just seeing them coming out of that tunnel was one of those things. I was like, all right, that's going to be me. I'm going to make sure I'm on that field. Shout out to Coach Grove, man. May he rest in peace. Great dude. Coach all of us. Just instilled in all of us. Like, it was one of those things where you had to be on the field. You wanted to work hard enough in practice to make sure you got your name mentioned with some of the players. That's just what it was. And we pushed each other. Practice for us was crazy. We had scout squad. We're going against Jeff Fisk, one of the best linemen, out there. We're going against David Carroll. Everybody think, oh, he's just speed. No, we can hit too, right? It was one of those things where you understood, all right, I need to up my game and do what I need to do. But again, it always goes back to the problem for me. It's like one of those things where we bled blue and white. We bled blue and white.
Playing for Norristown was special. For those who know Norristown was running that year. Norristown was one of the most competitive schools you could ever go to growing up in the 90s and the 2000s because everybody was athletic, everybody was talented, everybody was motivated, everybody was hungry. So one thing about Norristown sports is that we all pushed each other to be better. So that also created a good chemistry amongst everybody. You know you weren't going to play, every play when the guy next to you was just as good. You knew you had to work extra hard. So I think we did a good job over the years of pushing each other. For the 5 or 6 of us that are up here, fellas, there's about 200 to 300 more of us out there. Some behind you, some in this room, that wore blue and white and that love blue and white. So it's a lifelong fraternity. It was a blessing to be a part of Norristown football. At one point, we were the 20th most winningest team in the state of Pennsylvania out of over 600 schools. And I hope to see us get back there one day. It's really up to you guys to make that happen.
I would say playing for Norristown, like everybody else said, was special. It was competitive. It's all we knew. So there was never a thought of going anywhere else, being anywhere else, playing anywhere else, because you knew you was going to take the belt on Friday night. I tell people this to this day, even though I'm coaching in the Catholic League, I never heard of none of these Catholic schools besides Kemrick. I never knew who Kemrick played. I didn't care. The only thing I cared about was blue and white and playing at the belt in front of my folks. So, Norristown, super competitive. College coaches coming through left and right because they knew what kind of players that we put out. The community was there. Thousands of people coming to the games. That's something that, I think that we can get back to. But you guys here, that's sitting out here right now, y'all going to be that next wave. Y'all going to be the ones that people come out to see. So, special time, and we got to get it back.
First to last. It's so fun about something. But I would say it was a dope time at Norristown. I really liked it because I was the one that I accepted the challenge of competition. And when you went to Norristown, you knew you was always going to be challenged day in and day out. You came to practice, had stepped in another guy that was right there that could take his position at any given time.
Time out. Wasn't nobody even allowed to hit you?
But nah, it was, even though we're a small town, it had a college atmosphere when you went there. So when you was playing, you wanted to see, like the belt was like playing at Penn State right now, an all-white game. You hear the music, you can hear from a block away, you can hear the people, chanting, doing everything else. And then when you get in there, it's packed to the brim. You got people walking around, standing room only, and the belt wasn't small. Whatever. So when we came out, it was a presence.
So Norristown had that college feel, even though it was a high school team. That sense of unity, that brotherhood, like the rest of the coaches and everybody on this panel stated. So yeah, Norristown for me, it was everything. It was everything. And I seen the guys who came up before me, like they mentioned, like Bo Carroll, he lived right down the street from me. And just to tell you a quick story, Bo was like the #1 or 2 running back in the country. But people don't know, so Bo used to get all this milk from all these colleges. And every day I used to walk by, I used to see all the milk. So one day I was like, let me go over here and see who's scouting this guy. Went over, started picking it up. Oh, this is Miami. Oh, we're over here in Nebraska. Over here, this is Michigan. So I opened up. I started reading the letter. And so after that day, I got into a ritual of picking up the mail and wrapping it up and putting it back in his doorstep. But one day he called me and he was just like, yo, what are you doing? I was like, yo, I'm picking up your mail so it won't blow away or whatever. But that right there, that fueled me. And I seen him and seeing him play on TV fueled me to want to play on TV. So that was all the things that I needed to motivate myself to kind of get going. But Norristown was a special place. It still is a special place or whatever. So what I say to y'all young guys, what y'all doing now, this is only the beginning. It's not the end. And piggyback off this and ride the wave as long as you can. All right, fellas, keep doing what you're doing.
Just so y'all know, stealing somebody's mail is a federal offense.
When I think about the royal blue and the white, when I think about being in, I'm gonna say elementary school, begging my mom, begging her that I get $15 just to go to the football game, to walk down to the bell. I'm talking about, my mom didn't let us go too many places. So for her to let us walk from Arch Street to the bell meant a lot. So when we got down to the bell, to see all our friends and everybody down there, it meant a lot to us. But my thing was, it was the hunger of seeing the certain players, of seeing that royal blue, of seeing that white, of seeing and just seeing everybody interact. So my question to y'all that's sitting up here right now is this. What was one player when you was younger that wore the blue and white that just made you say, I can't wait to wear the blue and the white because of him?
There's a lot. There's a lot of money. Yeah, think about it.
Good. I've never seen a man child in my life that was so fluid at the linebacker position that we go back to that position. Jeff is different. And seeing them come out that tunnel, I can't wait. I can't wait for that. We're not most definitely.
Jeff Butler, rest in peace.
Yeah. For me, I would say Lava. Lava Thompson. I just thought he was the best athlete I ever seen on the field. The way he moves was special. Offense, defense. I just thought he was a special athlete. Obviously there's other guys out there, right? We got a storied history, but his name probably won't be brought up, so I'll say the second one. I'll say Raheem Mitchell as well. It's kind of just another guy that just kind of caught my eyes. Somebody that was special.
I got two. One was obviously Bo. Unique running style, speed, physical running the ball. But the second guy I was going to say is Lamont Johnson. Benedict. What I like to do is come up and hit, super physical, talk a little bit of trash, and he also had that towel in the back. That thing. He just had that swag, and I think his style of play, along with his mentality, that's the kind of play that's how I ran the ball, the way I played.
Or good ones on pick, because there's so many, like I told you, there's over hundreds and of Norristown talent. I'll also lean back with Jeff Butler. Again, I've never seen so many college letters in the man's on the floor in his bedroom from different schools. And on those college letters, it's usually the football helmet that's on you, so you know where it's coming from. So it's Michigan, you see that helmet. If it's Florida State, it's Florida State. But I'll step down to Jeff's little brother, Jamil Butler, a friend of mine, lifelong friend. He lost his brother in a tragic car accident, but it didn't stop him from going on and becoming one of the best players who played in Marshall High School. So Jamil was a linebacker, and like Ryan said, sometimes your numbers go to play line when he wasn't in the linebacker position, but all around amazing athlete. And he was one of those players that, we're going to your games and everybody was quiet and locked in. He wasn't no playing around, he wasn't no joking, we weren't late to practice, we weren't messing it up for you seniors because the guys like Jamil. And I'm cheating, I'll give you one more. He's right here to my right. Number one, tell everybody you gotta be a special person to wear number one in Norristown jersey. We all watched Troy Swinburne play running back. He ran for over 5,000 yards. He probably started playing in 9th grade, and most of us weren't even old enough to touch the field. But he did so many great things on the field. We looked up to him, and we couldn't wait for him to graduate so we could actually hit the field. So I was blessed to be able to play running back. Me and James Jacobs, when we left, we were able to play running back, and I was proud to wear number one along with Troy Swinburne, along with the Lenny Waveland of the world, along with Mike Bradley. A lot of number ones out there. Sorry if I missed you, but some Jamil Butler and Troy Swinburne were the guys that I was about to.
For me, my cousin Josiah Perry, I lived with him. And every day he'd come home, he would tell me stories about, playing in the high and what you got to do, how you got to play. And I've seen the jerseys and all that. And then Norristown used to shut down on Friday nights. Like, whatever you used to do, you see them lights, it's shut down. Everybody goes to the golf. So just seeing that, how, you used to go up to the high and get ready for the games and stuff. And seeing this dude in the locker room, I was young, seeing this dude in the locker room getting ready. Jamil, like I said, there was so many heavy hitters in the high that came through. Everyone on this panel was a dog in their time period. And like I said, it was so competitive, man. Like you just wanted to be a part of it. Even we had our own rituals with the slapping of the pads and all that stuff. It was just something about being a part of it. Even walking in the tunnel when you see the other. In the field, you see the other team, you come out the tunnel, you see the other team that was ready. And the kids putting their hands down and smacking your helmets, seeing the lights of the cheerleaders, like all that you wanted to be a part of. And like when you was young, you was like, I can't wait to get up to the high. I can't wait to put put that blue and white on. And so that's what fueled, me to want to be part of the high. That was one of my fondest moments.
I got three. I got three. These three, and nothing against nobody, these three is so many to choose from. But I just had three that just jumped off the board to me where I was like, this was started from elementary school. Seeing Bo Carroll, I might have been 4th, 5th grade, down the belt. And just seeing Bo Carroll, it changed my life. Not only did it change my life, it was a guy that came after him that I got to see more and more because I got older. As I got older, I got to see this guy, and I'm not even saying this because he's sitting up here, this guy number one that's sitting up here, Troy Swinburne.
Yeah, boy, man.
Listen, I remember sitting there watching him play, and I was like, wow. And I had a math teacher named Mr. Bellamy that talked about Swift every day. Every day. We knew everything about Swift. We knew everything about Swift.
About Swift. Everything.
All right? So that came a long way. And I also, my third one, and I could talk for days about how many guys I just idoled. Because I idol everybody up here. But my one was Alton Stokes.
I almost forgot about that.
My one was Alton Stokes.
Let's say something about that then.
Sure did.
So, playing for Northside High, you ran, if you was a player, you ran the ball, we ain't celebrate. You did none of that because Grove ain't like it. When I see that man take the ball, do all this stuff, and then dive from the 5-yard line, man, I was like, that dude was special. Towel flapping, spatted up, all the new stuff. stuff that we do now, he was doing that way back in the day.
Right.
Getting penalties, 15-yard penalties, doing all that. Like, when I see him do it, I was like, oh yeah, that dude is. And then he was a running back, and then he was a quarterback, and he was still flashy, like, man, he was special. He was special.
That was just for me, but piggybacking off of the topic that we had before is, so with the Norristown Bengals, first of all, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Bengals, I need to see if y'all still paying attention. Let me see what I got. Let me see if I got Agent Zero over here. Agent Zero. Let me see. 1, 2, 3.
Bengals!
4, 5, 6.
Champions!
Yo, I'm not getting it. Try this again. I know y'all got a lot going on. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
Champions!
All right. So, getting into the next question. That before, because I wanted, if we could, I would love to let the young boys ask a question or whatever. Because and if you have a question, we want y'all to be able to ask.
Yeah.
So, my next question that I have on here is this: what was one person that wasn't playing football that supported you through your times of playing football?
Yes, Lord.
I'm asking and listen, I gotta say this because I gotta be loud. We got some heavy hitters that is in the back of the room right now. Like, I don't think y'all understand the coaches and the guys that sit in the back of the room, the parents.
Yes, Lord.
Like, what y'all got sitting here, I don't think y'all understand the guys that sit down that's just here. So it's good to see all these men. And guess what? Everybody, the men and women, came to support y'all tonight. So I want to be able to say this, and I want y'all to listen to every man up here's answer. I know that every one of y'all, when you're out there on the football field, you look over on the sideline and you're looking to see if somebody is open. I remember being a kid when I used to be down there on Friday nights, looking to see if my mom was sitting on the side, watching me play. And when I wanted to cry, when I got mad and I was upset, she would look at me and go like this. Pick your chin up. Keep playing. Keep balling. Stay consistent. Everything that you was mad about through the week, take it out there on the field. My mom was my biggest supporter on the field. When I used to look like I wanted to get mad, she'd look at me and go like this. You better not act like you better act like you got some sense. So, my question to everybody that's sitting up here right now. Who was that one person that supported you all the way through when it came to football?
The person who was directly tied to my success was my older brother, Chris. He financially supported me for all my cliques, paid for me to go to Penn State camps, showed me around to go to other camps, do everything else. He came to all my games. He critiqued my game every time I came home. His standard was 4 touchdowns, no less than 4 touchdowns. If he didn't score 4 touchdowns, he wasn't playing that day. He just kept it real with me. My father wasn't around. I see my father like the holidays or whatever. So Chris, he stepped in. So my older brother, he was about 10 to 12 years older than me. So if I'm operating and I'm 15, 16, he's 20, he's 26, 27 or whatever. So he's sharing his knowledge of what he is at that 26, 27, and he's dropping the gems on me at 16, 15, 16, 17, 18 or whatever. He's getting me prepped and ready for college. Like, yo, you're not going to be here. You're not going to stay here your whole life. There's life outside of Norristown. So, and he was dead serious. Now, he was very instrumental in my day-to-day life. He gave me the words of wisdom. Go to school, make sure you get your grades up. And he also threatened, if you don't get your grades up, this is what's going to happen. So with him, I wouldn't be George Swinburne without my older brother Chris in my life right now. And if you know him, you know what I'm talking about. So it is what it is.
Instrumental for me growing up football-wise, Betty Creek, my mom. I'm not going to be long-winded. Just anything I needed, she had it. She got it. She got it done. She supported me and my teammates and the whole town if we needed it. She was going to make it happen. So, my mom, I love you. That's it.
Yeah, I'll just say my father was big on my whole journey. He died 10 years ago as I became an adult. But he was always that one to make sure that we got the practice. And it wasn't just me, he made sure everybody got the practice from the block in the neighborhood. He wasn't a big football guy, he didn't know much about football. He kind of just laid low and laid back, but he always made sure that we had what we needed, always supported. And then I'll just touch on the village of coaches that I've had. Again, I was a Bengal growing up, so without those adults that we had that volunteered their time, they didn't get paid for that. The coaches we had growing up, coaches with the Marstown Panthers, coaches with Bandits that we coached with. So all the men that have come into your life through coaching is also a big portion of what kept us through. And I'll give one last shout out to Coach Ra. Anybody that knows Coach Ra to this day, he's been through several generations of students as far as a coach goes. I'll never forget him sitting me down that one day. I don't think I was getting the time or the position or whatever it was. I wasn't getting what I thought I deserved at the time. And he just pulled me aside and said, keep grinding, keep fighting, keep working. You can't control some things, but just go out and work. And he's always been that kind of coach. I don't want to forget about him. That's what we're doing about him. So thank you.
To me, that's my stepfather, Big Wayne Gardner Sr. He was there first game in middle school, all the way up to my last game in college. Instrumental, man. Even when I took a semester off of college and I came back home, I actually got the chance to coach these guys on the sidelines. He didn't miss any of their games, right? Just because I was there coaching, he went to watch them. So, rest in peace, Big Wayne.
Got anything there?
My church with me, like anything I needed, anything I was needing for football, mom do. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know my mom was cooking and all that, so for the team. And it was real easy, man. Like, in the corner, regardless of everything in the corner. So whatever I needed, spiritual, kicking the butt, whatever, you know what I'm saying, mom was there. So that was the person in my corner all the time. You know what I'm saying? My dad went to like 2 games. So, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really nothing else but mom and sister. I remember one time we was at O.J. Roberts. Game was like 20 degrees. It was freezing cold. We was losing. But man, look in the stands, man. My mom's in the stands. There was like 2 people in the stands. My mom, my sister, and like my. And I was like, yeah, mom, go home. It's going over. But like it was just showing up. You know what I'm saying? It was just going over. But she was in the stands, like regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, up and down, in and out is my mom. Ain't nothing else to it. You know what I mean?
That's good. I want to ask a funny question. Not even a funny question like this. Who was the most prettiest one on the field on me?
Okay. Is that down right there? Pretty Ricky, what they call it?
Look good, feel good, play good.
Nah,
What was pretty cool though? Just how you put it together.
Yeah.
Before, like being in the locker room or how you was at the crib that night and how you got it together, put it together.
Oh yeah, had to lay it all out.
Yeah.
So if it's a home game, it was blue on blue, so you had to, so it was less, do less. You know what I mean? Or you put the white jersey on. We didn't have white pants, so it was white jersey, blue pants, right? So you had to throw them white socks on, but you had the white tape. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really believe in long sleeves back then, so a couple of wristbands. You had the gloves, but you can't strap the gloves. Y'all hear me? You had to leave the gloves open like Dion was doing. And then the back plate had to be out with a towel, and then for a while there was the Fred Taylor mirror visor.
Okay.
And then they outlawed that, so, clear visor, dark visor, just had to have a visor with the Emmett face mask.
I was just about to go there.
Yeah.
Was it monumental that your face mask had to be a certain face.
Wouldn't touch the field without it.
Okay, had to be an enemy.
Yeah, it had to be a Emmett.
You didn't have a good one.
Yeah.
That was the first thing. That's how you identify their best player. Who got the good one? We have Dickerson on our trash.
Now, I do see now that a lot of kids, a lot of the generation now when it comes to football, y'all already had the hard chin straps. I remember back in the day when we used to go to Sports Unlimited and they had the black, they had the white with the, remember the little silver bar would hang, it would hang, your straps would hang. This was monumental. You heard what Ricky said, what Coach Brick said. You look good, you feel good, you play good. You know what I mean? So, you know, by halftime, when it was time to get down to the trenches, y'all were trying to win at the end of the game, I guess, you know, it goes from there. But it even got so bad with us. Let me tell you, this is just a quick story from me, Mike. I took my practice pants home every night to wash them. I took my practice, because we had some funky balls up there. So what I did was, me and the couple, remember, you know we had the practice jerseys. So everybody was, it was different numbers on the little helmet. I was 5. Hey, young boy, I need you to do me a favor. I need that 5 on the practice jersey. Every night we was going home, so everybody see me every day and say, yo, GP, you coming in every day? Yo, why your practice pants? People would literally, Monday through Thursday, wear their practice pants, be dirty out there, and just throw them back in the lines. They wouldn't wash them. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, I just wanted clean pants. I just felt like, yo, when you look good at practice, so everybody else, Coach said, damn, everybody pants clean out here. But that comes with being a leader. Sometimes you don't gotta speak. When you go out there on Friday nights or you go out there on Saturdays, see, it's always good to laugh and joke and have fun. But Agent Zero, let's keep it real. When the big lights come on, when they call your number, when the big lights come on, everybody can't handle them big lights coming on. And you guys handle the big lights coming on. So sometimes you can speak all you want to people, but sometimes when you just be quiet and you just go out there and you stick to the script, and you understand the mission, watch how many of your friends will follow. Watch how you follow. So that was my biggest thing about just being out there on Friday nights, being clean, and going from there. Any funny moments up there at the high or just things that just was fun that y'all like to do?
Hey, I got to load out the car to watch.
Listen, I'm telling you, yo,
I was one of those guys that my things didn't get washed. I walked out to the laundromat on Main Street. Plastic bag on my back, and I did mine every 2 weeks. I made sure they was clean.
do y'all remember the box? Do y'all remember the box? Remember all the old spikes and everything that was in the locker room and nobody that they just throw in the box? Yo, I mean, there was times, like I said, my dad didn't buy me a whole lot. My dad bought me this Diamond McMahon Reeboks with a strap. They look like lineman sneakers. Somebody threw them in the box. They say, oh, matter of fact, you don't know. When my dad bought me something, it was like, I gotta wear this, because I'll probably never get this again. Let me tell you how nasty large now can be sometimes. I was so happy that my pop bought me these spikes. I get out there to the practice field, they tore me up. They say, yo, don't put them back in the box. That's not what we're out here doing. But you know what I mean? We all do together, man. So we all got any, you know what I mean? Just any little things about y'all that y'all did or?
I got a unique story. So we were playoff bound every year. So anybody knows Norristown in the past, we didn't lose a lot. And if we did, it was probably just in the playoffs. But I remember going in the back, you'll remember this, but we was digging in boxes in the back of the, the coaches area.
Right.
We found a whole box of jerseys from like the 80s. There was these white jerseys. It's like, I mean, when I say they were old, they were old. But we knew that other teams would come out to scout us at practice, and they knew what number 5 was and number 2 was. So we just tore that jersey, we tore that box apart, right? We threw all the jerseys on the whole week of practice. And some running backs had 77 on, linemen had number 2 on. We were just having fun. It was cold. That time of the year, it's never fun to practice, but I just remember that was a key moment of us being a team. And we was proud of the jerseys because, like, one, they was probably our uncles and our grandpops, but we had a good time with that. I'll never forget that. And we cut them up real nice and made them feel like, college style jerseys and stuff. So yeah, so I remember that.
I don't really have nothing funny from the high. I just remember like how it felt to be like 3 middle schools and we all had football. So East Narton, Eisenhower, and then the best store.
We was watching the news a long time.
He knows it. But I like how we had and everybody was friends. We all grew up playing Little League together. So when you would play Eisenhower, you're playing like your friends, you know what I mean? And but it was serious though. It was like, no, we're gonna play, and everybody needs to work, we're gonna win. But at the end of the day, it was still a community when that game was over, and then you were excited about. We would talk to each other like, wait till we get to high school and we all together, And I just remember it being like 100-something kids on the freshman team. Like it was just, So that's something that I'll always be fond of, is that middle school to high school transition.
I got cut. They didn't let me back on the team.
I remember, one thing was when you were in 9th grade, like you said, everybody coming together. It was a tradition. It was the 9th grade versus the 10th grade football game. That was like a rivalry, or like a rite of passage. Because 10th grade they can dress for the varsity. They didn't play, so they could dress. So they wanted to beat up on the 9th grade because they come in, they rookies to the program and all that. And that was like one of the rite of passages to playing the hockey. You look up the other field, you see the varsity playing, you see them doing all the drills and stuff. But watching them,
Real quick.
go ahead.
Play varsity, brother. You guys,
Listen, we watched them. We wasn't good enough up there. We wasn't good enough. You see what I'm saying? We wasn't good enough. We watched. You know what I'm saying? But again, see what I'm saying? 10th graders play varsity. That's how good it was. That's how good it was.
My funny story is we had this teacher, we talked with a list. And so he would talk so much, how people talk supposed to get the right stuff around their mouth, and get all the sauce, and just get built up. You start off like a whole piece of mayo, and then at the end, spaz at the mouth. So every time he used to call us in, I forget his name, but I got his face in my mind. He would call us in, and he used to talk to us. He used to push, but he go up to the front because he used to spit. Spit would go, he used to laugh at people. Yeah, I mean, he pushed him up. Yeah, I mean, so that was great. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, by the start of practice, if you cool 5 minutes in, you start to see the build up, you start going crazy. And then by halfway through practice, that thing is just flying everywhere. So we used to push cats up, we used to get the huddle, talk with you, push cats up right in front. You know what I mean? So they could get that spit.
I want to say real quick. We got the young boys there. So I want to know, each one of y'all, I need y'all to stand up and tell everybody y'all name, your position, and something that stood out from y'all this season. We're going to go down the line. It's 2 rows. We're going to start with 2. You need to stand up. Stand up. Let everybody see you. Be proud of yourself.
Look at the camera.
And look, come on up. Come on up. Don't be nervous. Everybody just be proud of yourself. Now let's go. So say your side. I need you to say your name, your position, and say something that you was happy about during the season. All right, let's go. You got it.
Hello, my name is Josiah. I'm starting running back, and my favorite thing of the season was going to Florida.
Yeah. Okay. And Florida. You up next? Okay. They gotta hear you in the back. They gotta hear you in the back.
My name is Chase Heston. I play cornerback and receiver. And my favorite thing about this season was making it to football.
My name is Ronald Welch, starting center. All right. My favorite thing is
My name is Jennifer Hawkins. Starting quarterback and my favorite was 517. Favorite name was scoring a touchdown in 6 seconds.
All right.
I'm number 6, and I play O-lineman. And my favorite thing about the season is we won the Eastern Region Championship.
That's right.
Shut up. My name is Jasir Blackwell. I'm number 19. I start linebacker, and my favorite part of the season was going for it.
You see the name on the back.
Right tackle, right guard.
Come on.
My name is Andrew. I was done. My name is Jonathan Right tackle. My favorite part of the season was making it that.
I'm the 3rd string corner.
My name is Yasser Thomas. I play quarterback in Kansas City. My favorite part
Exactly. You got words right up
Say it loud.
My name is James. I play lineman, and the favorite part about the favorite part about the season is
My name is Dominic Moultrie. I'm a DN, and my favorite part of the season was we almost got to the national championship.
Who next? There we go. I see you coming out.
You better say kickoff.
receiver.
You're not receiving.
Come up here, speak loud.
My name is Cameron Drew.
My
name is Cameron Drew. I play wide receiver, and my favorite part was the season. We going to Florida.
So we got anybody? Before we leave, is there any coaches that would like to say anything?
Coach Hawkins. Been coaching these young boys since they was probably 5, 6. Some of them new faces. They all talented, to be honest. All talented. They just gotta work on discipline and staying focused. That's the biggest thing. They all want to win, to be honest. They all want to win. Goofy. But the experience to go to Florida Nationals, I grew a great bond with some of these kids, well, all the kids, to be honest. And like I said, I didn't believe, well, I believed that we was going to go to the national championship just because I've been with them for so long, and I knew how talented they were, how when the lights is on, they gonna turn it on. It was just getting adjusted with the beginning of the season, the league, new league, bigger guys. We've always been a small team. So it's just the will that they got to keep fighting. And then the coaches, my coaching staff, we all put it together to figure it out. But the support of the community, I appreciate that, to be honest. Decision to come to Norristown, it was up in the air depending on whether my son wanted to come play in Norristown, because I live out in Plymouth Mead, so we could have choose from PW or Norristown, and he wanted to come rock with his team. So running back with these guys, so I took the job on, said, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all seen what we did, so I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, my phone right at
All right.
I'm Coach Paul. I actually went to PW, so actually being in, I've been on So yeah, I'm a first-time coach, so for me it was a good experience from actually stepping away from playing football to actually teaching other kids how to play football. And it's not just playing, it's actually learning the right way to play football. So that was what I really got from it. And you know, from being from Plymouth, for me to come here, it was more so of giving back to a community where I think really needs it, being so going to a community that already has it. So for me, I want to see the lower guys actually come up and win. So that's what it is for me. And to see these guys go as far as they did, that means more to me than anything. So that's what my thing is.
I've been coaching for a little bit. Probably like my.
What's your name, Coach?
Coach Mary. I was probably like my fourth season coaching football. And I was at Little Providence, won a championship. And I was like, when I found out Norristown was gonna have a team. I was like, they looked at me and was like, if you go to Norristown, you might as well not even talk to us, come back nothing. I'm like, all right, well, town meeting, so y'all might as well already know what I'm about. So I came to town. I was in a little meeting at first. I seen these coaches. I looked at the dudes and I'm like, oh man, this might not be a good series fit. But they turned out to be it turned out to be all right. Before I created a great bond, I met these kids. I brought all these kids, and I believe it or not, like this experience, they don't understand. Like they probably make my life a little better. Like they don't understand. They help adults out more than they help the whole team out. Like without the kids, sometimes like Lord knows what I've been doing. Anybody else know? Like, they saved a lot of people's lives, little they know. So like just coming out. As much as I be mad, get off work, I gotta go with these kids. I'd rather go with the kids than go somewhere and do something that I don't got no business doing. So I thank them, thank the parents for rocking out with us this year. We'll probably be definitely going back in Florida 10 and 11 and probably more. So thank the town, thank the community. I appreciate it.
Good
for me, man. Like this experience was like very tremendous, man. Like I really been dealing with it. I'm Coach Maul, just in case y'all didn't know it, man. Coach Maul. You know, I played football with Norristown. A couple of these fellas. Actually grew up here. Came up here in 7th grade, so I've been here for a nice little bit. Right. Through my ranks here and playing sports, it was great for it to be an opportunity for me to actually deal with the kids and deal with the youth. And actually pour in what I do know and to see the way they applied it. It was like really like a work of art, right? You know, with their aggression, with their needs for it, right? You know, it's like all the energy and space that could be happening. They needed a field to play football, right? You know, so much other reckless stuff they could be doing. But you know, it was a great opportunity just even making it anywhere with these kids because you know they're something else, man. You know, a real work of art, a real piece of work. Shout out to the parents, man, who was down there with us, man. I'll tell you, man. Bengals are good, though. But the Norristown Bengals are good. Norristown Bengals are good, yo. That's what we're talking about right now, though, right? Keep it on top. Let's keep it on us, right? All good words. All good words, though. But no, listen, we're going to wrap it up. And thank y'all fellas for a tremendous season. Y'all the best, y'all the greatest. I look forward to actually seeing us, right? Because y'all went down Florida and y'all seen what it was like to actually, like, you know, get the experience. No. Number 2 is always there, right? Because when you get back next time, you know what it is, right? Yeah. Number 1. It's always good to experience, bro. Experience, like you told. He spoke earlier about the losses, right? You learn from losses. You know not to lose again. You're not going to hang your heads again. And we already fighting up for the next season. No diddy. Let's get it.
I got one last question for you gentlemen up here. For y'all young fellas, the goal, right, is to get to college, right? Y'all want to play go in college, next level. If that's the goal, these 4 gentlemen did it. So y'all need to sow into these men. They played at a high level at high school. They played at a high level in college. Y'all, this is a privilege right here. So I want to ask each of them this last question. What does it take to get to the next level and be good at the next level? What does it take?
I'll start off. It's going to be a little long-winded, but it's important. Everybody's going to tell y'all, hey, look this way. Look this way, because I'm going to talk right to y'all. Forget the cameras, forget everything. You hear me? Everybody's going to tell y'all academics, yeah, for sure. I want to tell y'all about life, so y'all can stay on the right path. Because the bare minimum is to have good academics and to work out every day. That's the bare minimum, right? Life is going to throw you curveballs, and things are going to happen. And the good thing about doing this here is that we all from here. Like everybody here, like we know each other's stories here. So I can sit here and tell you that coming out of high school, I made bad decisions. When I got to college, I made bad decisions. Later in life, I made bad decisions. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to navigate those decisions. So the best way for you guys, in my opinion, to make it, besides the academics and working out, because that's a bare minimum, is to avoid bad situations. Y'all looking at me? Because the bad situations are going to try to present themselves. And the people that make it all the time aren't always the best at what they do. They're the people that navigate the best and avoid bad situations. Do you hear me? So, everybody's story and everybody's journey is different, but I promise you, y'all gonna come across adversity. Y'all know what adversity is? Yes. It means something bad is gonna happen. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna let something bad happen and just overtake your whole life?
No.
Or are you gonna push through it and keep climbing?
Push through and keep climbing.
So there's not gonna be any wrong answers from the people that are up here because they're all knowledgeable, just like your coaches are in the back, just like your parents are. But I guarantee you, if you ask everybody, look at me, one more time, like, look at me. If you ask everybody their story, you hear me? And ask them to explain the situation that they had to overcome, everybody in here got one. So yeah, grades, work out, you know, take your vitamins and all that. But the reality is, lock in with people who got common goals as you. People that want to do the things that you want to do. Because people that don't want to do the things that you want to do, they're going to try to pull you down. And if you're not informed to know that that's going to happen, guess what's going to happen? They're going to pull you down. And not everybody gets second and third chances. So that's my advice, all right?
So I'll just say, when you're playing football, when you're doing anything, be coachable. Listen. Remember, everybody has a job. You might not be the starting running back today. You might have to play guard. You might have to play tight end. You might have to change positions. But that doesn't mean next year you won't be in the position that you want to be in. So be coachable, be patient, stay focused, and remember, football is a team sport. All right? You're looking at somebody who went from scoring touchdowns and doing well at the high school level to being a scout team player at one of the biggest colleges in the country at the time, West Virginia University. But when I was that scout team player at West Virginia University, that was the most rewarding job I ever had in football. Because I had a job and that was my job. So again, football's a journey and it's a team sport first. It's never about yourself. And if you're not running back today, you're not quarterback today, work your butt off and get there. And that's the advice I have for you. Be coachable. Know that it's a team sport. And as he said, make good decisions and surround yourself around good people. And if you guys see each other slipping in the community, grab yourselves by the, pull each other back. Look out for each other. Advocate for each other.
And y'all don't need to clap for this. I just forgot to mention this, and I want to say this, and I'm sure all the coaches and parents can vouch for this. It's a lot of names of players that we didn't mention that could have been.
That's right.
That's all I want to say.
So, great, Coach Creek just touched on it, right? Making bad decisions. It's not easy to get to college. Number one, it does take grades, it does take talent, it does take you standing out. Pay attention. It takes you standing out, amongst your peers, right? But it's important to make sure you do the right things when you're in school, which start with your grades, start with your attitude, start with your character, right? I had 3 Division I offers. All 3 of them got pulled because I didn't take the SAT seriously. Didn't take it seriously. Thought I was going to pick the one school I thought I was going to go to, Richmond. No, that's where I'm going. Got that phone call 2 weeks later after I submitted my SAT. Can't take that. Pivot, luckily, it's good enough, and a lot of the tech schools wanted me, which was Division II, so I got a scholarship to Bloomsburg. Went to Bloom. I was the number 3 tight end my freshman year. By the time my sophomore year came around, I got pulled in the office and said, "Son, you're going home." Why? See, it's rather you go to summer school, get your grades back up because you're not eligible for this next season. So I went home. These guys are the reason I worked so hard to get a 4.0 in one semester to get back into school. Luckily, I got another scholarship because I was pretty good. I ended up at Kutztown. When I got to Kutztown, 4.0 every single semester because I knew what I had done before. But I had to do those things myself. Right? There'll be people along the way that are going to help you, but ultimately it comes down to you. Once you get to that 17, 18-year-old range, it's about you and the decisions you make. They matter. All right?
not going to tell you anything new that y'all haven't heard before. A couple things that helped me out that I see. Develop a grit. And what I mean by grit, a determination that whatever you decide you want to do, you're going to do. Focus in on it. Do what it takes to focus in on it. And what I mean by that, and what I tell my players, what I tell my sons, what I tell my daughter, start planning for it before it happens. So what we do, we all get there, and we all make goals. We all put those goals out for ourselves. One of the things that we don't do, we don't challenge ourselves. And most of the times when we challenge ourselves, when we put ourselves there, we normally accomplish what we want to do. We just don't push ourselves enough to do it. So I'm going to tell you, develop that grit to do and be whatever you want to be. And those people, anybody know what the 1,000-hour rule is? You put in 1,000 hours, you become a specialist at whatever you want to be. Sometimes that means sacrificing things. Now, sometimes that means, hey, I can't go out and party. Sometimes that means I can't go out and play. Sometimes that means I gotta go to practice when everybody's doing something else. Or I gotta stay in and read that extra book to get that extra A. Everything builds upon everything else, right? Like Coach Preek said, every decision is not gonna go your way. You gotta be able to take that decision and turn it into your favor, whatever it may be. So folks, what I'm gonna tell y'all is develop that grit, stay grinding. You okay? Develop that grit, stay grinding, and stay true to yourself, fellas. All right, start planning for the future, what you want to do. All right, don't let nobody tell you can't do it, because you can. All right, you got numerous examples in this room. That's all I got.
That's what I'm going to do. I need y'all line up. Line up. Line up right there at the table. Line up. Right here. And I want everybody to shake one of these guys' hands and appreciate them like they appreciate y'all. Come down the line. Shake their hand. Appreciate you. Like we appreciate y'all. Shake your hand. Appreciate y'all. Yes, I
Good, man. Good stuff. Be careful, be careful. Yeah. You gotta break my hand.
This your boy B. This is GB. I'm good at conversation. We love town, love y'all.